Hey guys, welcome to another SaaS Landing Page Teardown. Today we have Slack, which pretty much never has a good example for us to show. Yeah, I'm just going to give you like a few thoughts on what I think the issues are, especially as the market is becoming more and more competitive and there are like Slack alternatives everywhere, right? So essentially the main problem that Slack has is they have such a simple product and they never get it like the explanation right. So instead of showing all these big things around how to create channels and what are channels and so on, and notifications and all this stuff, having people watch videos, why don't they show like the video instead? If it's just 15 seconds, they can like loop it and make it look like a GIF. They could have said all the things that make asynchronous communication really good. So for example, and all the things that make it really good. So channels, how do we create channels? What do they look like? Can we add different people? What does it look like in terms of permissions? Can I add my own brands to Slack, my own logo? Can I change the color scheme? Can I schedule the notifications? Can I schedule time off? Can I have like a do not disturb mode? Can I like create a community with Slack? Can I invite my clients to Slack? Can I I don't know, like whatever use cases, all the questions that people have is like what I'm always saying in these teardowns. Essentially all the questions that people will ever have about signing up to the products that are related to buying, right? Because we have like way too many objections. The ones that are directly related to buying and like signing up and trying out in the first place, like the big ones, the underlying ones, they should always be addressed on the website, right? Because imagine if they never use Slack or they use a competitor and they kind of want to use Slack because they hear it all the time. They kind of seems like the most robust tool out there to use. What do I do if I need to switch my from another tool or from another channel because I might use email? Or what happens if I want to add multiple users but they don't want to have the same permissions? Or if I want to create a community or add my clients or add my brand? What does it look like? Because then it's very confusing if it actually does that in the first place, and then which plan to select. Which one might include those features if they even exist in the first place. And then it just makes this whole thing like very, very confusing, right? Plus, they could have mentioned Slack for these huge companies and what can Slack provide that others can, right? Because Slack is really big. They can probably provide better security, compliance, and maybe other sort of regulations that the bigger companies need to adhere to, and if they want to get to those big enterprise clients or those big teams, then they really need to address that like as soon as possible, right? Because otherwise they will assume it's not going to be like good enough for the use case that they have, or the requirements they have, the legal requirements that they have. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this teardown. It's a very, very simple product, but they somehow like still get it wrong. So don't use this as like good reference, right? Especially because Slack has a lot of brand awareness and they can get away with having like a pretty vague landing page, and most SaaS companies can't. They barely get to that place, right? So if you like this teardown and you're interested in seeing how I can help you, go to courses.design/apply. Basically what that is a place where you can book free introduction call. Basically what that means is we're going to jump on a 15-20 minute chat to figure out if I can help you, what kind of programs you have, if the timing is right, what kind of help you're looking for, just to figure out if we might be a good fit or not, if I can even help you in the first place. And if it looks like I can help you, we'll just book on another call, like a strategy call that is around 60 minutes. We'll figure out, okay, what are all the programs you might have, all the opportunities, list out what are the 3 or 4 things that we can do as part of the low-hanging fruit, and then like take it from there, right? If you really like the plan and really like the process and everything, we can discuss all of that in the call, and that's how essentially you can become a client, right? So that's pretty much it. If you're interested, just let's jump on a quick intro call first, like super casual, and yeah, hopefully enjoy the teardown and maybe see you on the call. Cheers.